in learning about who they're playing up against.
So we're going to get Otten City once again. So we're going to be seeing these goalies have to deal with some massive goalers. And we've got ourselves, so blue team is going to be Powerhouse Abusers. What bands did we see coming through, Zojalix?
We've seen Rune and Asher, which Asher coming out as a band makes a lot of sense. Asher is just an absolutely disgusting champ right now. She's so aggressive. And then Rune, with the recent patches that have been coming through, his unstable anomaly and just all of his abilities have made him so much more of a threat, which makes me happy because Rune is one of my most played strikers. So to see him getting some love makes me really happy, even though he ends up getting banned and I don't get to see him in this match.
Yeah, not quite this time around, but we do see some very interesting stuff coming up from Otten City, especially both sides deciding to lock in the Estelle this time around, trying to probably play that kind of midfield. You're going to be able to control a very wide portion of the game, and as we head into our first game, we see some pretty split decisions when it comes to the opening awakenings.
Yeah, it is very split, which honestly, I love it when that happens. I think those are kind of the more interesting matches when you don't know what to pick for those opening awakenings. And so to see the teams kind of try and figure out, okay, what is going to be the best option here, I think it just makes it a lot more interesting.
Absolutely, it does, as both teams now coming in quickly with a early goal barrier dissolution from both sides, and the goalie from Powerhouse gets taken down quickly. Dubu stood no chance in the face of the knockback from the Flaming Fury. Leon is going to get the KO and the goal.
That's exactly what I talked about before the game. If there is a goalie and Leon is on the field, they're going to be in that goalie's face. And Leon didn't even need to burn the core flip, so they still have that available right there as they use it to be able to take down that goal barrier, with now Bernie being able to get a goal barrier themselves, keeping everything very even here.
Oh, really nice pass. You can see every member of 2MB getting involved in that goal right there. Specifically, I believe it was Leon passing up to Treddy and just barely getting past the outstretched arms, the outstretched bamboozle of the Dubu. So EvilDrewDanger has been under a lot of pressure so far, and Yokie and Bernie Sanders having a little bit of trouble being able to consistently push that. Look at how far up Yeesh is playing right now, just pouring on the pressure.
Yeesh has so much room to play, and right there immediately the whole team gets involved there. The absolute combo between Juliet getting up into the Dubu's face, not allowing him to be able to do anything, comboed with the Crystal Thorns from Estelle, which just makes her an absolute menace from midfield, especially when you partner together awakenings like Mr. Propulsion or Aerials, just makes her absolutely annoying. And then you've got Kai. We've already seen enough of what I can do, so I feel like Kai doesn't even need an explanation.
Oh, absolutely. And interestingly, we are going to see Leon pick up the built difference. So you're bigger, you're hitting even harder now, and you also have 3 players, including both goalies. I think understandably going to go with the Orb Dancer, trying to get those speed boosts. But Leon has already been hitting incredibly hard, and you're now going to hit even harder. That is a quick KO to open up set number 2.
And that is the power of Built Different, especially when you have the EXP lead that Powerhouse is able to get. Just makes Leon so scary, even in this second set.
Yeah, we're still early on in the game. We haven't even scaled up, and already Leon is playing like we are in the late game, and those Flame Furies are melting down those health pools. But I will say, EvilDrewDanger doing a pretty good job right now of dealing with this pressure, but that is until Leon gets right into Drew's face, and was so busy trying to get away, trying to elude the Flame Fury, that you didn't see Treddy just squeeze the core right above you.
This combination that is coming from 2MB is just making it very difficult for anybody to do anything. You thought maybe that the range and the ability from the Juno might be able to help out, but Sometimes the blobs are just not enough, but it does look like that Powerhouse is able to get a lot of pressure, and Bernie will be sniping that one in.
Really nicely done there from Powerhouse, bringing themselves back into this one a little bit. And notably, you saw EvilDrewDanger push up at the very start of the game, using the Tofu Fortress early to get some early aggression, force 2MB on the back foot. And they weren't quite able to recover, but that's a recovery. The smash back from Treddy going right into the piercing shot from the goal. And 2MB quickly recovers, 1 goal away from taking set number 2.
Absolutely. And now this is going to be a very scary moment here for Powerhouse as Bernie is getting dangerously low. Neither of them have any core flips available. 2MB have 2 core flips. Yokie and Danger now getting their core flips available. Treddy going to be using it to stall. Drew is playing very aggressive, and it seems to be working out. Yokie is going to be going for the flip. Not quite able to find anything, though.
Yeah, a little bit of a change right now. Mid-game, Bernie Sanders has opted to kind of go in and play a little bit of goalie right now, allow EvilDrewDanger to go a little bit more aggressive, but they weren't able to really convert off of it, and now all of a sudden, both Bernie Sanders and EvilDrewDanger were in the vicinity, but Leon is a force that will not be denied.
You know, they always call Dubu the tofu wall. Leon is like the spikes. It's like that impending spikes that slowly push in towards you. They're just right up in your face, making you terrified the whole time. And now we've got Orb Replicators showing up. We've got the Primetime coming out. There are so many strong awakenings in this carousel.
Incredibly strong, and yeah, why not have Leon pick up the Primetime? It's looking like Peak Performance might be able to move that down to the Dubu and give that Ice Skater Dubu, as I learned from K-Bot a little bit ago, a little bit of extra speed, able to get around earlier. But I mean, Zojalix, when I'm looking at this matchup, it just feels like Powerhouse just don't have the firepower. They don't really have the brawler to stand up to Leon. It's just kind of able to walk up and do whatever they want most of the time. Yeah,
and to combo it as well, like normally you would think, okay, we're wanting to build a little bit more defensive, but they don't even have an Atlas to be able to help use Atlas's Resurrection to be able to help out with the threat from Leon. So at this point, they really just have to hope that, well, that doesn't happen.
I mean, you can tell why these two characters are canonically teammates. The Juliet from in front and the Estelle from behind is providing so much offensive pressure to, first it was EvilDrewDanger, but now it was Bernie Sanders. So they kind of swap back and forth on the goalie, trying to make something stick as their undefeated record in the Swiss stage is vanishing before the blink of an eye. This is looking almost effortless from 2MB right now, 1 goal away.
For two teams that are 3-0, 2MB have just shown up to say, hey, we are not scared of you guys at all. And they have just been playing absolutely incredibly this game. Now we've got EvilDrewDanger is going to be getting KO'd, but they will get traded away.
Yeah, gets traded away, but there's no Dubu, no goalie on the field. Yeesh plays a little bit aggressively, is going to basically allow for that goal barrier to drop. They are taking a little bit of a gamble here, and a lot of pressure coming in from Drew, but a nice collective effort from 2MB to keep things away for now, and the fake out from Yeesh looked like you were going to try and push that core for the cross shot, go straight forward, and 2MB just speed ran their way to a 4-0 Swiss stage record.
Absolutely disgusting shot from Yeesh. Yokie was prepared, ready, threw the Blobbo down to try and keep it alive, but unfortunately Yeesh was able to thread the needle oh so thinly in between the Blobbo and that wall to be able to completely finish off that sweep, allowing 2MB to have a very commanding victory. We've got the stats up here. Only 1 goal was scored for the side of Powerhouse. That is just a rough loss. But 2MB,
I mean, this game,
they came to play.
I mean, this game lasted like 10 minutes, basically, so Leon getting 10,000 damage in that span, getting 4 KOs, getting 4 goals directly and then 3 assists as well, doing a lot. And also Treddy, I mean, Lilian definitely got a lot of the credit being the one picking up those kills, but Treddy really kept up when it came to the amount of damage, scored the same amount of goals as Lilian did. That 1-2 punch of the Estelle and the Juliet was just overwhelming for Powerhouse. They just couldn't deal with it.
And another thing, too, like, we're mentioning all of these, but you got to talk about Yeesh in this. His teammates have 41 redirects, 53 redirects. Yeesh had 70. That Kai was so beneficial throughout the entire area of the map that you can't not mention it when you're looking at this match, because that goalie power can be so influential. That's where the difference from a Kai and a Dubu. Dubu is really a defensive, a lot harder for him to be more impactful throughout the rest of the map, but Yeesh was able to use that Kai and not just be a force to reckon with on defense, but to also act like a third forward without any fear of the puck getting past him.
So now, as we look forward into what this means for the Swiss stage moving forward, 2MB have now secured a 4-0 Swiss stage record. They are going to, at minimum, have a 4-1 record. They've put themselves in a fantastic position, even if they end up going against Trio Abusers in round 5, and maybe who knows what happens in that matchup. But they put themselves in a fantastic position to end up in that top 4, get themselves into that finals bracket. And Socialix, I think they put the rest of the tournament on notice here, because this was an experienced team. This was a very knowledgeable team that has a lot of experience playing together already, and they were just overwhelmed today.
Absolutely. So at this point, for Powerhouse defenders, I mean, I can't just say that, like, they have a lot that they have to improve on, because honestly, we've seen what they've been able to do. They went 3-0 up until this game. So it's not that I can say to count Powerhouse defenders out by any shape or form. But obviously, after a stomp like this, you really got to kind of think back and be like, okay, that wasn't what we wanted. Now we got to kind of think, what are our next steps here as we get ready? Because that was a rough loss. And they have to be ready for if they do come up against Trio Abusers.
Well, Powerhouse defenders have a lot to think about in one more game in the Swiss stage to recover, but we do still have one more Swiss stage round coming after this. So don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's going to be Game 5 in the Swiss. See you soon.